Hi, it's Brittany from Empurrium. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day one of the 13 days of Christmas for 2024. I'm so excited. Been looking forward to it. We're going to make a quick and easy lanyard today. So I've just got some quilting cotton from Joann's, some woven interfacing, and a 1-inch snap hook that I got from Mormino. Also used my candy cane variegated sewing string from Wizardry. It's got your Christmas colors. It was perfect. Hope you enjoy. We'll go over cutting and like making it start to finish. So enjoy. Cutting and prepping is going to be really easy for this. So I'm going to use 1-inch wide hardware. So it is a double fold for how we're going to be making it. So 1 inch times 4, because you're going to have 4 layers, is 4 inches. So I did some looking up. I've made lanyards before, but it's been a while. And what I found is the average length of a lanyard is 36 inches, but then you have that little extra for where it folds over your hardware. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut 40 inches. If you have a straight edge, which I do, you can fold over and line the bottom up, and we'll cut 20 inches by 4 on the fold, and that'll give us our 40 inches wide. Let's see, I need to fold a little bit more. If you care to fussy cut this, so line up exactly to have the print showing in a certain spot, you're going to have those 4 inches. The top and bottom inch are going to end up inside, so you're not going to see those. And then inches 2 and 3 are going to be your front and back. So when you're lining up your ruler, you need to look in those inch marks and see what it's going to look like. And that's if you want to fussy cut it. You do not have to. It is completely a preference. It looks like this edge is going to go a little wavy on me, so I'm just going to slide my ruler up a tiny bit, but I'm making sure that it is straight on the fold. And then I'm going to cut through both layers. I slid my ruler a tiny bit. All right, we're good. So cutting through both of those layers. And then I need to trim this side since it was a little wavy. Also, if you fussy cut, you'll need to trim the bottom too. All right, so now we have 40 inches by 4 inches, and you could kind of like see, so like this is gonna be right here. I like it, it's around my hair. If you don't like this measurement, you can change it too. And then for interfacing, depending on your materials, so I almost used one of my thicker wovens that is almost a canvas. I would have only interfaced half of it, so I would have done a 2-inch wide interfacing that was down the center, just to make it so it's not as stiff. But this is a regular quilting cotton, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my interfacing. I did not put this back in the bag, so I'm not completely sure which one it is, but I think it is Profuse. Any woven interfacing will do. Just a preference on what you like using. I have just been kind of trying some lately. All right, I'm gonna fold over again to cut 2 layers. Just need to figure out the 20-inch. Lay that flat. And then same thing, I'm gonna need to cut and then slide my ruler up to trim because I have the selvage end over here. All right. Put that to the side so I can put it away later. All right. Line this up. Okay, so now you should have 40 by 4 on your lining and your interfacing. What we're gonna do next is use the iron. I know we don't do that a lot on this channel. You're gonna want to line up your interfacing and your fabric. And I usually go from the fabric side, but it's a really nice to me iron. So I'm gonna put the interfacing down because just in case. You can use a heat press. I usually do, but since we're gonna need to iron the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the iron for the interfacing. So just get this adhered all the way. And if it isn't like fully adhered, we're going to be ironing it again. All right, so we now have an interfaced long piece of fabric. The next step is we're going to take and fold it together, right sides together. The really long hot dog. I said one time, I was like, I have kids. So, you know, like hot dog, hamburger style for folding. And you're just going all the way down. If you've ever made a strap or like a handle double fold for a purse or like a dog collar, leash, anything like that, this is what we're kind of doing. Also, it's been a long time since I've been making collars. Maybe I should do one for one of the series. We'll see. Okay, so after you have gone all the way down on the one side, you're going to open that up, and now we are folding in to that center fold, and you're going to go just the tiniest bit away from the fold. You don't want to go all the way to it. And just kind of work every couple inches at a time if you need to. And then flip it around You're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I like to start while I'm here and I have both of these folded. I'll just fold over a little bit so that I've got that double fold and start pressing it all together. So I just kind of work a little bit at a time. And if you can't see that center fold as well, by the time you're on the second side, since you ironed over it, you can fold the other side down and see that you're almost meeting it. That does help. Also, you can get your clips, and once you have gone over that, if you want to start putting clips in it, I think I'm gonna iron everything together at once and then clip. All right, so now that I've done all that, I'm coming back to the end, folding everything in, making sure that the folds line up, and then I will start putting clips in there to hold it together. And then scoot down. Just don't iron your clips. And like every couple inches or so for a clip should be good. Whatever you feel is necessary. All right, and then you have a double fold long strap, and we can head to the sewing machine for the rest of it. Sewing the lanyard is pretty darn easy. The hardest part is how we're going to join the ends together. So you're gonna slide your clip on and move it down a little, and then you're gonna wanna unclip these ends. We're going to match the center up. And then what I like to do is slide a clip in on each side there. And then we are folding open the full seam and matching that up. And then instead of putting a clip right here, I like to put one here so it's out of the way when I start stitching. And we're gonna stitch this at 1/4 of an inch. Make sure you back stitch at the start and the stop. And make sure this is flat the whole way down. I sewed it at 3/8 on accident, which is fine. Okay, then we're gonna take an angle right here on the seam. It's gonna help reduce the bulk a little bit. And then we're going to fold the seam flat. You can press it with an iron if you want to. And with that seam folded open, we're going to refold in both sides. And then fold again. You're gonna have a little bit of bulk there still. And then go ahead and clip. So we put our clip on first. That's important because now it is in this loop. And you also want to make sure that you haven't twisted it before you do this step also, or you'll have to take it apart. Okay, so now with the clip on there already, we're going to sew. And I like, where's my seam? Where did it go? How'd I lose it? Here it is. So here's the seam. I like starting and stopping on it. And you can also take a look and see which side you want to be like a front and a back. So I'm going to go ahead and start and stop here. But you're just stitching on the edge all the way around. And then the clip, you're just gonna keep moving it out of the way when you get to it. And then I'll just pop over to the other side, or if you like stitching on the one side specifically, you can trim your threads and start again. And I do my back stitching on the same side of the seam each time. Okay, and now you've got, is there one side you like better than the other? You make that decision. If I wanted to flip it, you just flip your hardware. So sometimes I'll look and be like, oh, do the stitches look a little nicer on one side or the other? But generally, they should look the same. All right. You're also, the way the lanyard works, you're going to have like your back and your front showing. So you can either take the seam and put it at the back of the lanyard, so like it'd be on the back of the neck, or you can kind of hide it in your stitches. I wouldn't put it completely here because you've got that bulk, but you can just kind of feel that you have that right there. So you're going to take the lanyard and you have a decision how you want to make it. You can just completely line it up and stitch right here, or you can kind of like angle it a little bit. Ideally, the lanyard would lay flat on the neck. It does give a little bit of a twist, but this is the easiest way to do it, I think. So I just have it angled a tiny bit. I'm going to stitch across, making sure I back stitch a couple times. And then trim my threads and seal them. And voila, a lanyard. It's really quick. I like the size. I like the print and everything. So cute. I hope you enjoyed the first video in the 13 days of Christmas for 2024. Make sure that you check the rest out once they are available. I hope you have a great day. Bye.